phrase, I think, comes from banking land, that Galway is the graveyard of bankers. And it's something to do with, you know, bankers going up through the chain before they get to the big banks in Dublin, go off to the rural banks. But the bankers who go to Galway never end up leaving Galway. I feel like the Dying Cow pub is the graveyard of hikers. It's like, it was so nice. It was a little bit magic, and the welcome. I think the fact that we arrived and the rain just opened up and we had the shelter, we'd already had a warm welcome. And it's the kind of place where it's local people, but they embrace the stranger. And it did not take long before we're chatting with people, and there's Donal. He's offering to pick us up tomorrow and let us stay for free in, I think, a barn that he has. And then there's another family that were there, and they've offered again to pick us up and let us stay in their house and even potentially drive us to Dublin tomorrow. Like, it was absolutely overwhelming, and we have decisions to make, but regardless of what those decisions are, like, the hospitality to the stranger was in its prime, and we'll be forever grateful for that. And luckily I was able to walk away after 3 pints, maybe 4 pints, knowing that it's not just about being in the Dying Cow pub, as magical as it was and lovely, and there was some music going on, and but we're here to do the Wicklow Way and to have our journey together. And so, not feeling rough today, which is great, and this is meant to be a 20-mile day along country roads to Clonegall, but this is our last day on the trail, which is unbelievable. Yeah, we've got 20 miles worth of walking to figure out what we're going to do tonight. It'll take about 9 to 10 hours probably walking to cover that ground, so it'll give us time to think what we're doing. But we've got phone numbers to contact people to help out, to set us up for the night and potentially get us to somewhere easier for public transport, or even potentially to Dublin, which would be incredible. Take out a lot of the complicatedness of this section, which is the public transport. There's no public transport in Clonegall, so it means having to walk 3 miles to Kildavin or 3 miles to Bunclody in order to get a bus, and then get a bus to a train station, probably in Enniscorthy, and then a train from Enniscorthy up to Dublin, and then more transport to Belfast. So it's a bit complex, and I think that's why a lot of people then start here and get that all out of the way, so they arrive in Dublin without all that issue. But I think both himself and Christina are really happy that we did it the way we did from Marley Park, and to have seen all that beauty and then arrive in the country roads. And you know, it's such a welcome thing when you see a little town and you're like, oh, there's a little town. It's actually, you know, a pleasure after being out in the wild. Something you appreciate, and I think I will appreciate the country roads. We'll see how we get on. Just the actual community and welcome was just pure magic. Chatting with people like, I think it was Kev, wonderful chat with him. Used to live in Dublin and now he's got a cottage here, and just he's feeling alive. We're talking about roots and connectedness and community and people looking out for each other all the time. Felt like a real soul type of connection. Feeling grateful. Plenty of room for tents, and basically it costs 15 euros per person, and you just give that aiming behind the bar, hand that in, gives you some towels, because there's actually a little toilet block, shower block, and in that there's, you know, a microwave, a sink, and just even the luxury of being able to fill up the water bottles with clean water was this morning was just magic. It just adds to the charm and the magic, and like this landscape is all part of it as well, the setting of this place. And this is why it could be the graveyard of hikers, because it's fucking brilliant. So just to show you, this is the campground, but this is the little sort of shower block kitchen area. So, microwave, there's a shower, kettle, running water, you got hand soap, wash your dishes, wee napkins, pure luxury. So nice. So, right, I'm gonna boil the water for noodles and tea for Christina. It's our fellow campers who are ready to go. They're going north, so they'll actually be trying to stay in the Mucklow hut tonight. Somebody's left some of that Azira instant coffee, and there's some fresh ground coffee, although the pack was open, so I don't think it's going to be that fresh. And there's somebody's left a bit of a gas canister there as well. Some gas left in it. Nice. That's really nice, actually, that, you know, if people are stuck and don't have stuff, that you know, pass it on. The kindness that I've received and the gratitude I have for the way things worked out for this trail. I think it'd be nice if I left a wee donation, basically. Leave some noodles or something there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That'd be really nice. So, update. Just been chatting with Christina. So Christina's foot has been given her jib. So yesterday the last part was, you know, uncomfortable, and switched into sandals to see if that would help. And basically this morning her foot's quite swollen. And 20 miles walking on tarmac and country roads is not going to make that better, and it's going to be very uncomfortable and not enjoyable, and not challenging in a usefully challenging way. So I think what we're doing is deciding to end our Wicklow way here. We are walking this together, and even though if I could walk to Clonegall, it doesn't matter if Christina can't do it. It's our Wicklow way. We're doing this together, and it's always been something we're going to do together, and so we make decisions together, and that is something that I'm happy that the right decision is to not walk needlessly to somewhere that's even more awkward to get transport than where we're at. And it would be nice to actually end in such a positive place like this, the Dying Cow pub, and this campsite, and having this morning, and although it looks like the weather might turn. Yeah, so it looks like we are going to end the trail here. We just need to get reception, try to find reception so we can research what the options are from here. So we might actually end up back in Belfast, potentially, today. Or Dublin, maybe, and stay over in Dublin. But that's part of these trails, especially this one. It's not just walking the trail, it's the logistics of, you know, how you get there to the trailhead, how that happens, you know, what options there are at the end or along the way, and it's not just about walking it. The trail doesn't end in some ways, and if you know, you might be exhausted after 5, 6, 7, 8 days hiking, arrive in Clonegall, and then as you could arrive in the evening, and like there's not many options for accommodation, and no public transport from Clonegall at all, so then you're relying on all sorts of means and methods to try and get out. So, bit of a clusterfuck in some ways, but, and as I say, there's been so much kindness and offers of things that are, you know, overwhelming and mind-blowing, but we are having to trust our guts, make the decision that is right for us, and it seems that that's what we're leaning towards. We'll see. Right now I've got noodles to eat to fuel me up. The sun just came out again and it's shining on my face, and I am deeply thankful and grateful for all that this trip has been, all that this adventure has been, both for us and our relationship with each other, and for the trail itself and the people along the way. Deeply grateful. So that was our final pack away on what was our Wicklow way. We've made the decision we're going to walk about 45 minutes or so to Shillelagh and get a bus there at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon to take us to Tullow, where there's trains. Not that frequent, but there's also buses. It's one of there's at least, you know, arteries of transport to Dublin. So we could well be in Belfast later tonight. But we're happy with the decision. I'm happy with the decision. Feeling good, leaving on a high note in this wonderful place. So we've decided to donate anything we can to the kitty. Boiling the bag rice and some spices, and again another wee porridge, which if I don't find a pen, I'm just going to put those in the bin, or bin the contents and keep the baggies. This is boiling the bag rice for anybody that might stumble upon this. But a few extra wee bits and bobs too, so left a wee map there, left a lighter, some first aid things, there's blister plasters, antiseptic wipes, whatever in there, ordinary plasters, some tissues, some cable ties in case you need to fix a tent, some sun cream, some sanitising hand gel, and Leuco tape or zinc oxide tape for hot spots, blister prevention, etc. Spread the love, pass it on. We want to spread the kindness, compassion and love towards all the other humanoids out there. Peace, love, respect, saunter on. Ain't she cute? So, short trail to Shillelagh. That was a wee steep ascent on the way out. I was like, oh, Wicklow way, give me one last blast, one last kick in the balls before heading home. But amazing experience. Also found out last night in the wee bar conversations that, and this might be connected, that Elvis's grandfather or something is buried nearby there. Is from this area, and that may be then why the wee yellow man on the way markers is referred to as Elvis or whatever. Anyhow, I still think that Cool McFinn is better. Cool McFinn for the win. It's a rehash on Finn McCool, Finn the blonde, the yellow haired one. It's Irish. I was going to say fuck Elvis, but I don't know if I should. Cool McFinn for the win. And then a final send off. I had a clegg munching down in my leg. From never having been bitten by a clegg in my entire life to I think about 4 or 5. But there's a wee common blue butterfly. Oh, lovely. And a meadow brown. Mostly seen meadow brown butterflies along this trail. A few green vein whites, several cabbage whites, and then that was the first common blue, which is one of my favourites. So that was nice. I have that clegg biting the shit out of my leg, munching down on my delicious calves, which are maybe a wee bit more toned after the past 5 days. So in Cleggland, one of the things I've loved about these trousers which are the Shillelagh Dura Stretch super thin soft shelly joggers, is I've been using those as my shorts basically, so I just roll up the legs and they work really well because they're stretch, they hold on to your legs, don't flop down too much and all that malarkey that you might get. So in a situation like that where I'm wanting to wear shorts, then you realise you're walking into Cleggland, then I can just pull these down, whereas you have shorts on, what you going to do? Or even if you had convertible trousers and you had them as shorts, like to sit and put the legs back on again and end up 5 minutes later not having been in Shillelagh anymore. Faff. So another reason why I really like these trousers that I'm wearing. They've worked really well. They've been shorts for me, they've been trousers. Super comfortable, really thin, light, never too warm when it's been sunny anyway. Yeah. Just watching this flock of, I don't know, like 100 sort of finches of some sort. It could be linnet. Sort of almost murmurating, doing a murmuration over the field. Magical. What a view. Heritage. I think that's just for show. So it's arriving in Shillelagh. It's actually really lovely. There's I love the stonework in the houses, and there's actually more going on in Tinnahealy. Just Tinnahealy happens to be on the Wicklow way, so yeah, this is really pretty actually. I think the bus leaves from a post office. Oh, there's a post office there, speak of the devil. And it's just in a wee house. Just like the police station is just in a wee house. There's Shillelagh outdoors. Shop or something. Amazing. Shillelagh has lovely buildings. Lovely vibe to it. Look at that. Nice. No bus stop sign at all, but we'll have to wait at the post office. That is your bus stop. The wee post office that is in a house in Shillelagh. But we just found out that 2.5 hours we can be back in Dublin city centre.